Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode. We've got some racing to do. We spent the week getting used to getting into the sweet boats. First time in the previous episode in an 8. Also been in some quads and some 4s this week. Getting in the crew boats. Just so used to being in the Lamborghini, name yet to be determined. It's a big change getting into crew boats. Technical and just a little bit of variation. Because remember, variation is one of the keys to motivation. But now we're getting all these trailers transported to the regatta. And we're gonna get sorted, get acclimatized to the course, and then we get racing tomorrow. Oh yeah! Good boy. There you go. Good boy. We made it for a little bit of a stop to fuel up because remember fuel is fuel and we'll get some food because remember food is fuel. Oh yeah. And we fueled up, we've stretched the legs and now it's time to get back on the road. Oh yeah. So we've made an impromptu stop through a little French village because I think you should be able to hear that. One of the wheels has decided to stop acting like a wheel. So a bit unfortunate, but as always we deal with the cards we're dealt and have an adventure. So we're going to go with 3 wheels, take it nice and easy, take it nice and carefully. And then we're not too far away from the course, so shouldn't be too bad. But just another opportunity for adventure. And we've made it onto the pontoon of another new location, Yamsquad. After a few hours of driving outside of Nantes, we've come to Mantes to row for this weekend. Really excited to get on the water to race. But before we do that, as you've seen, we've moved some of the boats, or most of the boats, off of the many trailers. The tents up there where the kitchen, the food, the rest area will be is all set up. And tonight we get to go onto this beautiful water on this absolutely gorgeous evening in the 4 for a little bit of a taster of how that 4 will be for racing on Sunday. So I'm going to put the camera down and get ready to row in this new location. Oh yeah!
Tiens les gars, et rapidos, venez par là.
Moi je suis la baronne du Cap.
And we've finished off our row this evening, a lovely sunset row in the 4 with the lads we'll be rowing on Sunday. So now, as always after the session, it's time to fuel up, rest, recover for a big race day tomorrow in the Actival. Oh yeah! And we've made it to race day. It's a bit early, just before or just after 6 o'clock in the morning. Our first heat in the 8 today is at 8:50. There's a good bit of science backing the idea of getting up 3 to 4 hours before a race so your body is ready, your body temperature is at the right place as well for the high intensity exercise that you're going to be doing. But it's a real pain if you've got an early race, because sometimes it's just really early and you wake up and you're like, oh, and getting into the right waking up mode for one day can be not easy. So a tip, if you are really needing to wake up early on race day, maybe a few days, a week before, get used to waking up at that time. So on race day, you're up and you're alert. Not the case today, a little bit tired this morning, but we deal with the cards we are given. Now to have a lovely little walk to try and speed up the wake up process. Then get some food, because food is fuel, head to the course and get ready to get racing in the 8. Oh, and we've made it to the course. Now it's time to get ready for the heats, so see you on the water. And we've made it off the water. First race of the regatta. Good stretch of the legs in the heats this morning. Now, as always, we've got to fuel up, relax, and we've got a final later on this afternoon. We're going to just apply maximum yam. Oh yeah! An incredible setup here for the Cannes rowing group. We've got the kitchen over there. We've got the rest area, the warm-up area, or the warm-down area, just at the finish line to watch the racing. Absolutely incredible. Really looking forward to getting some fuel in. Got a little bit of snacks in there, but it's time for a bigger meal pre-race later on this afternoon. So early-ish morning, 8:50, and then a 2:50, 2:45 race, so early afternoon. But it's going to be really good to get out there once more on the water. Weather's staying nice, sun's coming out. Can't ask for a better opportunity to get out there and apply some maximum yam. So we'll get some food, because remember, food is fuel, and then get out there. Oh, yeah. After sitting around for a lovely amount of time with Yam, chilling out and doing some business on the laptop and watching some racing as well, it's time to get back on the water for the finals in the 8 today. Excited to get out there and give it some Yam. See you on the water.
Boulogne-Bayonne, Boulogne, Nantes, Nantes. Attention, partez.
And the boat is back on land after an excellent race, much better than this morning, good step forward, excellent opportunity once more for some more yam. But now we're going to head back to the hotel, rest, relax for another bout of racing tomorrow, but this time not in the 8, we're going in a smaller boat, so let's get to it. But before that we had to go get our medals, so that is the medal for winning the 8 today. Now it's time to fuel up, get some relaxation in and get ready for the next day of the regatta. And we've made it to the next day of racing. We're in the 4 today. Another early wake up around 6 AM to get on the course for the early heat race to start off the day. So Yam and I are going to spend some time waking up, getting to the course, getting warmed up, and I'll see you on the water. Push.
Boulogne, Compiègne, Melun, Lagny. Attention, partez.
Moins 400.
And we've made it off of the water after our heat with a good performance, improving every time we get out in the 4. So now, as always, after a race, after a session, we've got to recover, we've got to fuel up, because remember, food is fuel, and maybe have a little bit of a nap today, because 2 mornings in a row really early, a little bit tired, but didn't really feel it in the race, so absolutely fantastic. 1 more to go for the regatta, excited to give it some yam, oh you!
Il en a pris 2, mon pote. Ça va être sympa.
And Yam and I just at the finish line, building up the hype train after a lovely relaxing afternoon, chilling out, fueling up, because obviously remember, food is fuel. We need some fuel to apply maximum yam in the last race for us in the regatta in the 4. The plan for this race is to head out there and improve on our performance from this morning, and it's going to be a good one to see how we do, to see if we can go faster. So I'll see you on the water. Last one. Yep.
Avancez un peu les gars. Top. Un petit coup. C'est bon derrière? Ouais, c'est bon. On n'a pas trop droit, mais c'est pas grave.
Yeah, boys.
Yeah, boys.
Départ rapide. Attention. Partez.
To the dock, we're surrounded by juniors to help us get the boat de-rigged and onto the trailer. Successful race, but we'll chat about that once we're all organised. Oh yeah! Yeah, yeah! Yeah, yeah! Let's go! And we have finished the regatta season. Yam is having a rest in the shade, and we have received our medals for winning in the 4. Absolutely fantastic regatta. And as you can see, the tents have basically went across, de-rigged the boat, get the medals, came back, and the teamwork here, whether it's a junior, senior, parents, coaches, anyone just helping get everything away really, really quickly and efficiently. So sneaked away a little bit so I could talk to you guys, talk to yamsquad for a quick review of the weekend, of the races, and then back to helping out so we can get out of here nice and quick so we can get back and rested for the next part of training, for the next week, for progressing into the next stage of the Euro trip. So make sure you are subscribed for that, yamsquad. But the racing this weekend, really good fun. Like I said in the previous episode about being in an 8, it's just completely different than being in a single or in a crew boat rather than an 8. Whether it's a 4, an 8, a quad, a double, having at least one more person or multiple other people to bounce off of, to talk to just to communicate with, rather than when you're always in the single. It's a completely different ball game. Not saying I prefer it over single sculling life, but it is definitely really enjoyable this weekend. And obviously winning the races just makes it that little bit sweeter to come away with a gold medal in the 8 and a gold medal in the 4. So coming up, we do have the French National Championships in a month or so roughly, and that's what we'll be training for at Nantes. But I will also be training in the Lamborghini, name yet to be determined, to improve my boat feel, to improve my sculling, and then that's for another part of the post-Euro trip journey as well. But now we're in this part of the Euro trip journey where we are going towards the next part of the Euro trip journey. So the actual races in the 8, really liked pushing in the 8. It is completely different than any other boat class. In the 4, that middle ground between really quite long and heavy versus in the 8, shorter and sort of really on it at the catch, and not necessarily shorter or longer as in the length, but more the time in the water, and especially the races as well. Obviously the bigger the boat, the faster the race is, so it takes a lot less time to do the actual race. So really enjoyed the weekend once more, and thank you so much for Nantes to ask me out here, invite me out here and let me be part of their journey. And that will be it for today's episode, yamsquad. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. As always, remember to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, or the like button, and the like button is completely up to you. If you disliked it, let me know in the comments below why. Always trying to improve the videos. Now it's time for me to go help pack up, and we'll get out of here and get some rest. And I will see you in the next one.